Hi, I'm Amber, and this is Kim.
Hi.
We are with the W Real Estate Group-MetroBrokers, and this is What Is. And today on What Is, we're going to be talking about inspection. What is inspection?
So you don't have to have an inspection, but it's in the contract, and we always stress that you have an inspection. When the houses were going crazy and going fast and they were all going off in less than 24 hours, some people waived the inspection. And as a broker, I said no way would any buyer waive that inspection right.
I would never waive the right to inspect, but sometimes people do agree to take it as is, barring any major defects. But to get an inspection is very important, regardless.
Right. So there's a whole scope of things that you can do for the inspection. You can get just the regular inspection that covers the...
We like to call it the guts. So the furnace, the water heater, the plumbing, electrical, roof, windows, all your major systems of the house are going to be inspected.
Doors, exterior.
The structure, everybody.
So what happens if your inspector sees that there could be a problem with the structure?
They will point that out to you. If your inspector thinks that there is something that is not structurally sound, they will recommend getting a structural engineer out.
You can ask the seller to have it done, or you can do it.
Because it is another cost. Anything you're getting inspected is going to be a vendor that is an outside vendor being paid. So you're not getting these costs back. But getting a structural engineer out there is more expensive, so it is something you can ask the seller to pay for.
But in the long run, they could save you a lot of money.
Absolutely. And
then you can get the sewer scope, and then a radon test, and that's pretty typical what you see. But then some people want an asbestos test, an environmental test, lead-based paint test, mold. I mean, you can get pretty much test that you want.
Anything. Three major ones that we typically see are just the home inspection, radon, sewer scope. Sewer scope is important because it's one of those major systems that if it's there, it needs addressed, it could be very expensive.
The other thing with the inspections is that while you're at the house, if you don't like the smell of the area, if you don't get really good cell service, if there's just something about the house that you don't like, so in your sole subjective discretion with the inspection, you can terminate the contract just based on whatever it is that you didn't like about it.
The contract is written to protect buyers, so
yeah.
This is another one of those protections for you.
Inspection date. And that date means that by that date, you have to have to the seller in writing if there's any objections to the inspection. So if you want them to, mitigate the radon, or if you want them to fix a leaking toilet or whatever it may be, you have to give it to them in writing by midnight that day.
Correct. And it's their choice. By the inspection resolution deadline, they get to decide what they're going to do. But they don't have to do anything. They could do everything. A lot of times I like to say to focus on the health and safety items.
You can negotiate the whole inspection, or you can say, you know what, the seller can say, in lieu of me doing all this, I'm just going to give you some money back.
Yeah.
So you can fix it. And you can do it and know that it's done to your satisfaction. So there's three things. You have inspection objection. You have the termination. We didn't talk about inspection termination. That's new this year.
That is new, and that is another deadline in there that you can just terminate based on your sole subjective discretion. You can just terminate because of the inspection.
Then, of course, the resolution. So those are the three dates in that regards to resolution, to inspection.
To the inspection.
Yeah.
You can inspect everything.
Yeah, or nothing.
Or nothing. But that is what is inspection. If you have any other questions or need another video on what is something else, just let us know. We'd be happy to do it.
Yeah, thanks.